Chechen leader Ramzan Kadyrov revealed that he reacts to rumors about his health in a unique way. He immediately performs 50 push-ups. He claims this has become something of a habit whenever ill-wishers spread false information. Information about his illness periodically appears in the public sphere. In July, Kadyrov denied rumors of his death, declaring at a meeting with members of the Republic's government, "You won't live to see him." He also recalled that back in December 2022, during a live broadcast on TV, he did 35 push-ups right in the studio to clearly demonstrate his good physical condition. Earlier, Kadyrov invited everyone spreading rumors about his illness to meet in the gym. "I strongly advise anyone incapable of telling the truth from a lie on the internet to take a walk in the open and clear their heads," the Chechen leader wrote in a telegram earlier. "I am alive and kicking," Kadyrov said at that time. "A doctor is needed for the authors of these fantasy theories," he added. Chechen leader said that he is Putin's foot soldier. "I am Putin's assistant, loyal companion, and ardent fighter in all areas." Journalist asked, "You have repeatedly said that you are a pawn of Russian President Vladimir Putin. What do you mean by that?" Kadyrov said, "In every sense. I call myself a foot soldier in ensuring national security and political development. I am his assistant, loyal companion, and ardent fighter in all areas." Putin appointed Kadyrov in 2007 after the assassination of his father and predecessor, Akhmet Kadyrov. Initially fighting against Russian forces in the First Chechen War, Kadyrov Sr. later switched sides, rising to prominence within Moscow's ranks.
Russian propagandist Vladimir Solovyov has found himself embroiled in a scandal. In his TV report about the Russian army, a poorly blurred signs and distinctive interior details revealed the location of a Rubicon base, an elite drone unit of the Russian army. An investigation by Radio Liberty journalists revealed the propagandist's resounding failure. As it turns out, the base isn't located in a secret bunker at all, but in the Patriot Exhibition Center near Moscow, the very same venue that hosts military shows and tourist exhibitions. It was details from Solovyov's video, not official videos from the Ministry of Defense or Rubicon itself, that made it possible to pinpoint the geolocation. Solovyov's editors tried to blur the footage, but they did it so poorly that the video showed signs and columns with the hall's unique decoration. As a result, journalists only needed a couple of seconds of footage to piece together the puzzle. Now, the secrecy of one of the most hyped units of the Russian army can be considered conditional. Rubicon was considered elite in the Russian army. Its fighters were called Cyber Special Forces and heroes of the drone war. However, it has now emerged that the base is actually located in a public building, regularly accessible to outsiders. Furthermore, back in May, the center was hit by a Ukrainian drone, Lyuty. Instead of a show of force, Russian propaganda once again exposed the army. It turned out that Solovyov himself had exposed what the Ministry of Defense had tried so hard to conceal. The Russian Center for Advanced Unmanned Technologies, Rubicon, first became publicly known in October 2024, after the center was inspected by Defense Minister Andrei Belousov. Until October the 11th, when a video of the minister's visit was published, the name Rubicon was not mentioned in the media or on social networks, although, according to the official version, Rubicon was created on the personal orders of Belousov on the basis of one of the Russian unmanned aviation units back in August 2024, and in 2 months managed to destroy more than 400 units of weapons and equipment of the armed forces of Ukraine. 6 months later, Rubicon's official channel announced until mid-January 2025, the Rubicon channel published videos of targets hit most exclusively in the Kherson region. On February the 6th, the Ministry of Defense specifically mentioned Rubicon among the units participating in the counter-offensive against Ukrainian armed forces positions, and 3 days earlier, Vladimir Solovyov's program on the Russia 1 television channel aired a lengthy propaganda segment about the Rubicon Center. Rubicon soldiers claim credit for cutting off the Ukrainian army's logistics lines in the Sudza area. A separate section of the film, dedicated to the Kursk operation, is dedicated to the center's anniversary. The project has been in existence since at least July 2024. Since late January 2025, Rubicon's geographic reach has expanded. Videos of strikes showed targets in the Kupiansk and Pokrovsky sectors in mid-February, in the Kharkiv, Vuhledarsk sectors, and in early March, in the Yuzhno-Donetsk sector. Beginning in May, Rubicon operated primarily in the Donetsk region, supporting Russia's summer offensive. In August, drone forces destroyed 3 enemy air defense systems valued at $80 to $90 million, according to the Ukrainian Armed Forces Drone Forces Telegram channel. Operators of the 412th Nemesis Regiment eliminated 2 Tor M2 SAM systems, a Buk M3 launcher, and the radar system from a Buk M2 SAM. The enemy is changing tactics, trying to stop us and hide, but in vain. Our retaliation reaches its target, the Drone Forces post stated. They noted that innovative methods are not being disclosed yet, so videos of the strike are not published for now, but they promised to release them later. Only photos have been shared so far. The 412th Nemesis Regiment continues to inflict multi-million-dollar losses on the enemy, targeting its most valuable equipment and disrupting offensive plans, the statement reads. The destruction of these systems represents not only a financial setback for Russia, but also a significant reduction in its ability to shield frontline units from Ukrainian drone and missile strikes. Modern short and medium-range air defense systems like the Tor and Buk are designed to provide layered protection against precisely the kind of drone attacks that Ukraine has mastered. Interestingly, Ukraine's unmanned systems forces also highlighted the use of innovative solutions in these strikes. The choice not to publish strike footage suggests that Ukraine may be employing new drone platforms, modified munitions, or advanced targeting techniques that remain classified. Such innovations are crucial in maintaining a technological edge over Russian defenses, which continue to evolve in response to Ukraine's drone threat. As previously reported, Ukrainian forces have reported another successful series of operations against Russian aerial reconnaissance. The Nexus Special Unit of the Defense Intelligence of Ukraine, which specializes in neutralizing enemy drones, has destroyed a large number of Russian UAVs in Sumy region. Earlier, Ukrainian Armed Forces Commander-in-Chief Oleksandr Syrsky reported that since the beginning of 2025, Ukraine's defense forces have destroyed over 305,000 Russian soldiers and nearly 30,000 units of enemy equipment. Since the start of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, the estimated losses of the Russian army amount to 1,097,450 personnel. Among equipment losses, the enemy has lost 11,189 tanks, 23,277 armored fighting vehicles, and 32,849 artillery systems. Aviation losses include 422 aircraft and 341 helicopters.